Hey y'all, today is product review day. I haven't reviewed any products in a while, and I had wanted to try something new since the weather is warming up, and the new product that I decided to try was Donna Marie. And I've been looking at these for a while, probably ever since last year, but around that time, it was really hard to get her products because it was always sold out. So I just kind of waited and I looked at some reviews. And this time, I went ahead and decided to order her products. And one thing that I want to go ahead and say is that the products have glycerin really high up on the list. So if you live in an area that is really dry or your hair doesn't agree with glycerin, you may want to proceed with caution with these products because glycerin is really high up on the list. And I happen to live in a really humid climate, so glycerin doesn't bother me. And in the spring and summertime, especially the summer, I love to use products that have a lot of glycerin in them. So what I ordered was the Donna Marie Hemp Buttermilk, which is a leave-in conditioner. And I also ordered the Dream Curling Cream. And I ordered the Donna Marie Super Buttercream. And I'm going to start with the Cocoa Hemp Buttermilk. Now, the first time I used this, I did have an issue with the leave-in conditioner because when I ordered it when there was a sale. I think it was a sale in March, and that was when I ordered it. And the first time that I used the leave-in conditioner, it was really watery. And I mean like water. When I poured it into my hand, it was almost like water and there were flakes in it. And it was my first time using it, and based on like reviews that I was going by that others had done, it didn't seem as if that's how the leave-in conditioner was supposed to be. And I only applied it to like one section of my hair when I used it. And when I put it in there, the flakes, they were still in my hair. I didn't put it all over my head, just that one section, because when I saw the flakes in there, I didn't want to put it all over my hair. So I just put it on that one section, and it seemed like they kind of dissolved or whatever, because when I took my hair down, it didn't have flakes in it. But I was just wondering, is this how the leave-in conditioner is supposed to be? So what I did, I actually emailed the company, and because it was my first time using it, I wanted to know what is the correct consistency supposed to be for the leave-in conditioner. So I emailed the company and I described how my leave-in conditioner was, that it was watery and it had flakes in it. And I was asking them, was it supposed to be watery and was it supposed to have flakes? And they told me, no, it wasn't, and that the batch that I received was, there was obviously something wrong with that batch. So they said that they would send me another one. And that was a total plus for me, because I only emailed them because I was trying to find out, what the consistency was supposed to be with the leave-in conditioner, because of the fact that mine was watery and it had flakes in it. So they sent me another one, and this one was totally different from the first one that I received. And first off, I'll tell you how it smells. It has a really sweet smell, almost like buttercream icing, which I love cake, so that's a total plus for me. And the consistency is not, the first one I had, it actually came out like water, but this one is a little better. It's a little thicker. It's still kind of, for me, it's still kind of thin. It's not as thick as I thought it would be. It's not like water, but it is still a little on the thin side, but it is a lot creamier than the first one that I had. And when I used the second batch that I received, it went on really well. It didn't have any flakes whatsoever, and it absorbed into my hair. And I used it as a leave-in conditioner, and I liked it. Like I said, it wasn't as creamy as I thought it was gonna be, but it was better than the first batch that I received. So I liked it a lot. It's I am gonna use this up. I'm not sure if I would repurchase this, only because of the fact that I just thought that it would be a little bit thicker, because I do like thicker leave-in conditioners, because when I do use leave-in conditioners, sometimes I like to use them as a leave-in, and sometimes I like to use them as a moisturizer and a styler. So I like them to be creamier and thicker. This is, it kept my hair moisturized when I used it, so it was okay. It's not among my favorite leave-in conditioners, but I'll definitely use this up. But like I said, I'm not sure if I would repurchase this, but only because of the fact that I like thicker leave-in conditioners. And the second product that I purchased was the Dream Curling Cream. And some of this is in the top, so I'll hold this up so you can see it. Make sure. And this is a really creamy styler. And this can be used for wash and goes. It can be used for if you want to do 2-strand twist or braids. It's a moisturizer styler, and this is the consistency of it. As you can see, it's really thick and creamy, and I like thick and creamy stylers because of the fact my hair is really thick, so I don't really like the watery stylers or, as I mentioned before, leave-in conditioners. And I can't really, it has a scent, but I can't really put my finger on exactly what it is. It's not bad, and it doesn't linger, but it's not sweet like the Cocoa Hemp Buttermilk was. It's just, it's a fragrance I really can't put my finger on, but like I said, it doesn't linger. And when I used it, and I really like this. When I used it for a 2-strand twist, and I applied it on my hair, and I left the twist in for, I think, maybe a day or two. And my hair felt really moisturized, and I didn't feel like I had to, once I removed the twist, I didn't feel like I had to keep reapplying something to keep my hair moisturized. So this was a really good moisturizer when I used it, but I did have a problem with it. The next time that I went to style my hair, which was a week after the first time that I used it, it was the second week when I went in there. When I first used it, of course I was getting the Dream Curl Cream from the top. So when I went the second week and I started going further down in my jar, I noticed that the product had separated. It wasn't just this creamy white that you can see right here. I could actually see it was like a gel-like thing, a gel-like consistency. And I'm thinking it had aloe vera gel in it. I'm thinking that's what it was, but the product had separated, I could tell. And basically what I did, I just whipped it back up myself, and I still used it. To me, it still performed the same. My hair looked the same and felt the same that it had when I used it the first time that I used the Dream Curl Cream. But I did notice that when I went back in here, that the product had separated. And it's funny to me because I'm on a couple of hair boards, and I know some people, I'm thinking they must have purchased their product around the same time that I did, because I noticed some people were asking questions, were people having a problem with their Dream Curl Cream. And it was another product, I'm not sure which one it was. And it seemed like me and someone else were probably like the only few in the minority who were probably saying that we didn't have a problem with our product. I mentioned that I did have a problem with my leave-in conditioner and that it had been replaced, but I hadn't had a problem with my Dream Curl Cream. Well, after I made that statement and I went to style my hair the following week, that's when I noticed that mine had separated. But again, like I said, I whipped it up again myself, and I used it as a styler. It still left my hair feeling moisturized. It still performed the same to me. I didn't notice any difference. There is a little disappointment on my part because of the fact that, I saw a lot of good reviews for the product, and it performed really well for me. It was just a disappointment on my part because of the fact that I did notice that the product had separated, and I don't know a lot about product separation. I think that it has something to do with the formulation. I'm not really sure. If any of you have ever used the product and it's separated, if you have more information on that, just let me know, because I'm really not sure. And I didn't contact the company again after I noticed that, because of the fact, like I said, I whipped it up again and it worked the same for me. And I didn't really want to, keep going back and forth with the company, and I didn't want anyone to think that I was trying to get a free product, which I wasn't, because the first time I didn't ask for anything. I was just asking about the consistency of the leave-in conditioner. So no, I didn't contact the company once my product separated. Like I said, I just whipped it up myself, and I will use it up because, like I said, it performed the same to me when I used it the second time. But I don't think I will reorder again because of the experience that I had with the product separation. I would be kind of afraid that I would receive another product that would separate further on. And it's just a little annoying that, when I'm getting ready to go do my hair, and it's a product that I purchased, that I have to go and whip it up myself. I mean, it's not a big problem, it's just a small inconvenience to me because, I just really want to, when I'm styling my hair, just do my hair and get it over with. And I don't, every time I go in there, if it's not something that I made on my own, I just don't want to have to sit up and whip something up over and over all the time. And that was the only issue that I had with this. Otherwise, I did like how it performed. I like how it moisturized my hair. I felt like I got good definition with it. It was just the problem that I had when the product separated on me. That was the only problem that I had. And the final product that I'm going to review is the Super Buttercream. Now this is probably my favorite one out of all three. And this one has the kind of buttercream smell. It's not as strong as the cocoa hemp buttermilk, but it still has a sweet scent. And you can probably, I don't know if you can see this. This has a really smooth texture, and it reminds me of cake icing. And it's really thick like cake icing also. And I've noticed on other reviews that I've seen that some people say that they use it as a moisturizer because it's kind of heavy or thick. And I used it as a moisturizer, and I used it as a styler also. And I used all of these products on wet and dry hair because I like to see how a product is going to perform on wet and dry hair. So I used this on wet and dry hair, and I actually liked it as a styler. I mean, I used it to do 2-strand twists, and I also used it to moisturize my hair if I felt like my hair was getting dry. And so I really like this one. It wasn't too heavy for me. Again, my hair is really thick, so it wasn't heavy for me at all. And it left my hair feeling moisturized. And to me, honestly, I felt like the Super Buttercream for me worked almost the same as the Dream Curl Cream. And I think it depends on what type of style you're going for. And also if your hair is probably, fine, medium, or coarse / thick. The texture of your hair, on how the products will work for you also. I think that the Dream Curl Cream, it can be used as for wash and goes, and it can also be used for twist or braids. It's really light. As you can see the texture that I showed you before, it's a creamy, like a light, fluffy texture, so it's not going to weigh your hair down at all. But the Super Buttercream, I don't think you would want to use this if you were doing a wash and go because it is heavier than the Dream Curl Cream. But if you're doing twist or braids or something, it's not going to be too heavy for you. Or if you use it, just don't use as much. You could get away with using a little more of the Dream Curl Cream than you could the Super Buttercream, because to me this is heavy. But as far as performance, they pretty much work the same for me. And this one, I would definitely repurchase this one. As far as performance, I didn't have a problem with it separating. Not even after the Dream Curl Cream separated on me, I decided to check out the bottom of this one, and there wasn't any separation in this one. So I really do like this product, and this would be the one that I would repurchase. Like I said, it performed great. It moisturized my hair really well, and I didn't have a problem as far as the separation or anything like I did. So that one, the Super Buttercream, would definitely be a repurchase for me. The Dream Curl Cream, as I mentioned, I love the performance. I love the way it moisturized my hair. It was just the issue. Then the second time that I used it, I noticed that the product did separate in the container, and that would keep me from repurchasing because of the fact that I don't want to keep having to whip up my own product unless it's something that I decide to do on my own. But you know, if I purchase something and get it from a company, I don't want to have to keep mixing it up myself. So that's the only thing that is keeping me from reordering this. I am going to use this up, and it has received a lot of good reviews. I just had like a small bad experience of my own. Like I said, it wasn't anything major, just a small annoyance when I noticed that the product had separated. And I think it had something to do with the formulation. Like I said, I don't really have a lot of information on product separation, so I don't know a lot about it. And the Cocoa Hemp Buttermilk, if you I like this. Like I said, it's not one of my favorite leave-in conditioners, but I like it. And the only reason it's not one of my favorite leave-in conditioners is because I really love thick and creamy leave-in conditioners, and this is to me a little bit on the light side. So if you like light leave-in conditioners, I think this would be a really good leave-in for you. And I am going to use this up, but like I said, I don't think I will repurchase the leave-in conditioner either because of the fact that I just like thicker leave-in conditioners. But I love the way it smells because this smells exactly like, oh, it smells like buttercream icing. Reminds me of cake. So the scent gets a plus. So yeah, the only one that I would definitely ever consider repurchasing would be the Super Buttercream. That's the only one that I would repurchase. But I do give a plus to Donna Marie customer service for actually responding to the initial email that I sent out on the first batch of the Cocoa Hemp Buttermilk that I received, because it was a bad batch, and they did actually answer my email because some companies don't even respond to you if you email them. So they did actually respond to my email and offered to send me a new one, which I didn't ask for, but I did appreciate it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the review. Like I said, I decided to try something new. Oh, and also, I mentioned it at the beginning of the video that the products do have glycerin at the top of the list. So if glycerin isn't an ingredient that agrees with your hair, or if you don't really live in a really humid climate, just be wary of that before you order. But yeah, that's my review on the Donna Marie products. And until next time, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.